It's Tom! Hi everybody, it's Tom. How's your New Year's resolution for saving money going? Is it going okay? You know, every year people resolve to save money, but that resolution by itself is so vague as to be meaningless. But if you affix a dollar amount to it, say, I resolved to save $5,000 this year, well now you can do math to break it down. Whether you save $100 per week or $200 per pay period. Here's the beautiful thing though. It doesn't have to take you much time at all. You can automate the process. It won't take you 2 hours per day. It won't take you an hour per day. It won't take you half an hour today. It won't even take you 15 minutes per day. All it'll take is just an average of just 45 easy seconds per day. Wait a minute. Can you really save money in just 45 easy seconds per day? You sure can, in an average of just 45 easy seconds per day. Oh, it may take you a maximum of 15 minutes to set up the automated transfer into a savings vehicle like an online savings account. And maybe a maximum of 5 minutes per month just to check on it and make sure everything's running smoothly. That's a total of just 75 minutes per year. I knew it would take more than that. Averages about 6 minutes per month, or about 12 seconds per day. Oh. Now let's take a look at another way to save money that takes no time up front, barely any time during the day, and just a little bit of time on the back end. And that's saving your spare change. Of course, in order to save spare change, you actually have to spend actual money. Wait a second, you mean like cash? You mean actual people use actual cash other than me? Yes, I know. I mean, who actually spends actual money? Unless you're one of those retro hipster type people. But let's say you are. And let's say at the end of the day, you take the change out of your pocket and throw it into the container. And let's say the change is only 50 cents per day. Well, at the end of a full year of doing that, you have $182.50. That's barely enough to get any avocado toast. You know, the good stuff, the sustainable, gluten-free, chemical-free, free-range, cruelty-free bread. No, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of money, but it's not nothing either. Chances are you'll take more than 50 cents out of your pocket each day. I know I did. The last 2 years of college, I delivered pizzas. And when I cashed out at the end of each delivery, I took the coins, and when I went back to my apartment at night, I threw them into an empty beer ball because college. When I graduated, I had just shy of $2,000 in that beer ball. Of course, I quickly blew it all on a very used van, which I toured around the country with a buddy of mine. But that's another story for another time. Let's make a few assumptions. Let's say that you want to save all of your change and you want to hold it all in a large container. And let's say that you happen to find a large container while you're rummaging through your basement or your garage looking for something else. Well, that means it took you no time at all. Now, let's also say that it takes you 10 seconds to take the coins out of your pocket and toss it into your container. Further, let's say that you only save 50 cents per day for a total of $182.50 over the course of the year. Let's also say that it takes you 5 minutes at the bank getting the wrappers because you haven't seen Mildred, the teller, in a while. We should also figure an hour to roll the coins while you're watching a documentary on the plight of the Albanian horn-nosed pheasant, because mankind is infringing on their habitat, which means you should feel guilty about that. Because you're part of mankind, and you should feel guilty about that always. And finally, Let's say it takes 10 minutes at the bank bringing in your coins because the person in front of you has not seen Mildred, the teller, in a while. So the total you've invested in saving your spare change would be 10 seconds times 365, the number of days in a year, plus 5 minutes getting the wrappers, plus 60 minutes wrapping your coins, and of course feeling guilty, 10 minutes cashing out at the bank. That works out to 5 minutes getting the wrapper, plus roughly 61 minutes annually digging out your coins and dropping them into the container, plus 60 minutes wrapping and feeling guilty, plus 10 minutes cashing out. That comes to 136 minutes annually. All of this averages just under half a minute per day. And if we take the 12 seconds from our first example where we automate the savings, it comes to an average of just 45 easy seconds per day. Now, are you ready to do it? Don't answer yet, because if you decide to start things today, there are 2 more things that you could do without investing any actual time to save even more money. Why? How can that be true? By multitasking. You know, there's a song about multitasking, but it's by a band you've probably never heard of. For your non-cash purchases, you can use a cashback credit card, such as Discover. Most cashback credit cards will pay you 1 to 3% back on the purchases you make. You can then tie your cashback credit card into a service like Acorn, which rounds up the amount of the purchase you make to the next whole dollar amount. That way you're saving the change without handling the coins. And the best part is you're still saving money without spending any extra time, because you're already making those purchases anyhow. And the best part is it won't take that long to set it up. In fact, you can set both up while you're indisposed. That's a little hardcore, even for me, like you haven't brought the phone in with you. Now, how much do you want to do it? You can set up automatic savings and you can save your coins. And if you act right now, you can also get a cashback credit card and access to a service that will save your spare change. And you can do it all in an average of just 45 easy seconds per day. To be sure, these examples are for saving, not investing. But the point here is you don't have to spend a lot of time to save a lot of money. And if you enjoyed today's video, perhaps we're a little informed, perhaps entertained, even inspired, help others find this video and this channel by hitting like, comment, subscribe, and share. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table and you're already singing the rest. You know who I am. It's Tom, and I'll see you next time.